Welcome to week 5 of 9. I apologize for being a little bit off the grid last week. I was traveling home to Kentucky and Arkansas, and I think I went through 8 states in 10 days, so I'm still recovering a little bit from that. So this week we're going to look at 2 chapters, chapters 9 and 10, and we're going to look at concepts of group behavior and work teams. When you think about groups, understand that we're really talking about 2 different categories here. Official groups, groups that you're assigned to. It could be a work group, a department, division at your place of employment. It could be this class. You're part of a group in this class. So formal groups are those that you're assigned to. And then informal groups are those that you have more choice over. Who do you gravitate to at work, in your personal life, at church? What church do you attend? Those types of things. Those are informal groups that you choose to belong to. So when we talk about groups, there's this notion of an in-group and an out-group. And we have to be cognizant of that and wary of it, because just by virtue of that distinction of an in-group and an out-group, it kind of opens us up to a little bit of bias. So for instance, if you're part of a particular group, let's say it's an informal group, your personal group of peers and friends, and because you have an in-group, by nature there's an out-group, those people that don't belong to your group. So you tend to appreciate the in-group more, trust them more, believe them more, and look more negatively at those people that are not in your in-group. So that's a form of bias that we can have when we're looking at those types of things. And the same thing can happen at work. Those people in your work group, you begin to trust and believe them more than those people outside of your work group. And another thing we're going to talk about this week is this notion of group norms. Very important to leaders and managers to understand what the group norms are and how to generate those and cultivate positive group norms. Things like, have you ever worked at a place where people are always coming in late or leaving early and nothing is done about it? Then that's the group norm. People expect that. It's okay. So as leaders and managers, you want to cultivate an environment where the expectations are elevated, and that results in increased productivity, a better workplace environment, and an overall more sound environment for you to work in. Now in chapter 10, we're going to look at the concept of work teams. You've probably heard the old saying that says, none of us is as strong as all of us. That's a nod to work teams, working together to accomplish a specific mission or a specific goal. So whether it's to complete an assignment or brainstorming to generate ideas, teams play an important part in our work environment. As a leader and a manager, you're often going to be facing a decision. Do I assign this project to a single person, or do I assign it to a team? If I assign it to a team, how many people do I need to assign on the team? Who do I need to assign on the team? Those are all decisions you're going to have to make, and we'll discuss these concepts in chapter 10. The assignments this week include reading your chapters 9 and 10, taking a look at the slides, completing the quizzes for chapters 9 and 10, and then completing assignment M5A1. As you read through these chapters and complete the assignments, I want you to think about your work environment, your groups, your teams, and start to apply the things that you're learning in this chapter to your environment and see if you can pick those out. Have a great week. Thanks.